Hi, it's Emily Fisher here from Scratch and Sniff Canine Services in Guelph, Ontario. We're in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, and social distancing means so many people are now working from home. I'm sure the initial novelty of trying to multitask between typing and patting your dog will wear off at a certain point, so I'm here to offer you some tips to keep your dog busy so she doesn't interrupt your next conference call. Keep up those walks if your situation permits, but also remember that mentally exercising your dog is as important as physically exercising her. This is called the Dog Tornado, one of several puzzle toys from Nina Ottosson. Just hide the food in each compartment and offer it to your dog. You can make a homemade version of this puzzle toy by putting food into a muffin tin and then sitting tennis balls over each hole. This toy is called the Holy Roller, made by JW Pet Products. It's a great tug and retrieve toy, or your dog can make her own fun by disemboweling it. Cut fleece into large strips, roll a piece of food into the middle of it, and stuff the toy. Dogs love ripping things apart. This one is a classic but so useful. My dogs eat Canine Natural, which turns into this mush when water's added to it, so it's perfect for stuffing and freezing into a meal that keeps my dogs busy for a long time. If this is new for your dog, pack it lightly and offer it unfrozen. As your dog gets practice, stick it in the freezer. If your dog eats kibble, mix it with yogurt, pumpkin, canned food, mashed sardines, or even just soak it in hot water till it expands and then stuff it into the toy. The nice thing with this activity is that you can pack and freeze a whole bunch of toys to tide you over for several days in a row, and it only takes a few minutes to do. Sometimes you need a super quick option that keeps your dog busy for a shorter time, and I found that peanut butter alone is usually eaten super fast. Try smearing peanut butter into a Kong, then press hard, dry treats or even crackers into the peanut butter. It takes far longer to empty than peanut butter alone. This yard scatter works even better when we have either snow or grass that's alive, but try it all the same. Just grab a handful of your dog's meal and whip it out into the yard. Let your dog search for each and every piece and tire out her brain while she's at it. These next couple take a little more effort in the moment, but can be a good way to get your dog down for a nap during your next video conference call. Grab a few pieces of hard cardstock and fold them in half. Start out with one treat under one card until your dog goes straight to it, then add in more cards with nothing under them. Your dog will need to get sniffing to find the one card among many that hides the treat. Start with 1 cup before working up to 3. With 1 cup, place one treat underneath it, shuffle it a few inches, and wait for your dog to stare, push, or paw at it. Flip the cup and your dog gets the treat. Once you have multiple cups, you can start to use a classic 3-card Monty format of switching the cup's position and see if your dog can find the treat. This one is similar to the card game, but you're hiding treats around the home rather than under cards. Make sure you're hiding treats only at foot level so you don't encourage your dog to check counters. Be careful if you have multiple dogs in the home. It's best not to leave one piece of food between 2 dogs. For dogs that won't consume paper, your recycling box contains an exciting array of potential activities. Try a box stuffed with newspapers and a handful of kibble, kibble in a plastic bottle, or treats in an egg carton. Your dog can play a similar game if you hide food in a rolled or scrunched up towel. If your dog has a toy box, one of the simplest things you can do is chuck a handful of kibble into it and let your dog go to town. Thanks for watching, and I hope we're all back to work and life as usual as soon as possible, including dog training class. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of our frontline workers, from medical staff to cashiers and grocery store staff, and send out some good thoughts to other small businesses during this really tough time. Stay safe, everyone.